The war showed no signs of abating, and as the days turned into months, our unit faced new challenges and ever-shifting battlefronts. Hank, Marc, and I had weathered countless trials together, our bonds of brotherhood growing stronger with each passing day. But as we pressed on, an air of uncertainty hung over us like a heavy fog. Our journey led us through a variety of landscapes, rugged mountains, sprawling fields, and war-torn cities. The world had become a labyrinth of destruction and chaos, and it seemed that at every turn, danger lurked. One scorching summer day, we found ourselves in a small Italian village, tasked with liberating it from enemy occupation. The sun beat down mercilessly as we moved through the narrow streets, our boots steering up dust and debris. The villagers, weary and fearful, peeked out from behind closed doors, their eyes filled with a mixture of hope and trepidation. It was a stark reminder that our presence brought both salvation and danger to those caught in the crossfire. Sergeant Reynolds gathered us in the shade of a crumbling building, his eyes filled with determination. "Men, we need to liberate this village and ensure the safety of its residents. The enemy won't give up easily, so be prepared for a tough fight. But remember, this is why we're here, to bring freedom to those who have suffered." As we moved deeper into the village, the tension in the air was palpable. We knew that the enemy was nearby, hidden among the labyrinthine alleyways and hidden corners. Every step was fraught with danger, and we moved with caution, our senses on high alert. The battle erupted with sudden and ferocious intensity. Enemy soldiers, well entrenched and determined to hold their ground, unleashed a hail of gunfire upon us. Bullets whizzed past, and explosions rocked the streets as we fought to gain control of the village. Amidst the chaos, I saw Marc go down, a sniper's bullet finding its mark. He fell to the ground, clutching his shoulder in agony. Hank and I rushed to his side, providing cover fire as we pulled him to safety behind a crumbling stone wall. Marc's face was pale, his breathing labored. The wound was serious, and we knew that he needed medical attention urgently. But the enemy's grip on the village was unrelenting, and we were trapped. Hank, his voice filled with desperation, looked at me. "Ted, we gotta get Marc out of here. We can't stay pinned down like this." I nodded in agreement, my mind racing for a plan. We couldn't leave Marc behind, and we couldn't wait for reinforcements. We needed to find a way out of this deadly trap. With Marc's pain-racked form between us, Hank and I made a daring dash through the war-torn streets, evading enemy fire and navigating through the labyrinthine alleys. It was a heart-pounding race against time, and every moment felt like an eternity. Finally, we reached a small cellar that offered a brief respite from the chaos above. Marc's wound had worsened, and it was clear that he needed immediate medical attention. With trembling hands, I did what I could to stabilize him, while Hank kept a watchful eye on the entrance. Hours passed in tense silence as we waited for an opportunity to escape. The distant sounds of battle echoed in our ears, a grim reminder of the deadly reality that surrounded us. But our determination to get Marc to safety burned bright. As night fell, a thick fog descended upon the village, shrouding our movements in a veil of obscurity. It was our chance to slip away unnoticed. With Marc supported between us, we moved silently through the misty streets, avoiding enemy patrols and making our way back to our lines. Back at our camp, Marc received the medical attention he needed, and the relief of having him safe and in capable hands washed over us. It had been a close call, and it was a testament to our unwavering determination to protect one another. In the days that followed, as Marc began his recovery, we couldn't help but reflect on the unpredictable nature of war. It had thrust us into situations we could never have imagined, tested our mettle, and pushed us to our limits. But through it all, the bonds of brotherhood had remained unbreakable. One evening, as we sat around a campfire, the crackling flames casting dancing shadows on our weary faces, Hank looked at Marc and me with a smile. "You know, fellas, this war has shown us the worst of humanity, but it's also shown us the best. We've faced danger together, and we've come out of it stronger every time." Marc nodded in agreement, and I couldn't help but echo their sentiments. "It's the echoes of valor that resonate in our hearts," I said. "The courage to protect one another, to face the unknown, and to continue the fight for a better world." As the war raged on, our paths remained uncertain, and the challenges ahead were many. But we were soldiers of the Allied forces, bound not only by duty, but by the unbreakable bonds of brotherhood.